Good morning from our last morning here in Portugal. It's about 6:30. We just got up, showered. We're gonna get an Uber to the airport. Flight takes us to Barcelona, and then we'll spend, I guess, the rest of the afternoon and evening there before flying home. And good afternoon from the other side of the Iberian continent. So flight went just fine this morning. Really wasn't too bad. I don't think
it took forever to board.
Yeah, they are really disorganized in their boarding process here. That's one thing I got to give the Americans at home. They know how to board a plane. There were probably, I don't know, a third, maybe a half of the plane that was mad about their seat assignments, and so they went up and talked to the front desk or the little check-in counter and complained about their seat assignments, and then they basically reassigned half the plane new seats. So that took really long, and they refused to start boarding until they were done talking to everybody and fixing their seat assignments to where everybody was happy. So then we were late.
Once we got on the plane, I was unhappy.
Yeah.
Because I spent our entire voucher that we got from canceling our other flight on this flight, and we had some extra money, so we sort of upgraded the seats to sit in the very front of the plane where it was only supposed to be 2 seats next to each other. Then I got stuck next to this lady, which is fine. I don't like sitting next to someone is kind of normal, but definitely wasn't expecting it, and probably wouldn't have spent our whole voucher on moving our seats forward, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was fine. It was easy getting into Spain. I don't think, did they even check our COVID test?
Yeah, they checked our vaccine card.
Yeah, they checked the vaccine. I don't think they ever checked the test, though.
No, I think
they never checked
they
the test.
accepted the card.
Yeah, so maybe rules have changed since we got here 3 weeks ago. But yeah, they were cool with the vaccine card and the fact that we filled out the Spain travel form, so we got in. We ended up taking a cab to our hotel. Just with the wine in our bags, it would have been like a half-mile walk on basically cobblestone streets, and it would have just shaken the wine to all crap. So we decided just to spend the extra, I don't know, 20 bucks and just get a cab, which was really nice. It made it for a lot more pleasant of a trip than the metro.
And quicker.
Oh yeah, and it took 20 minutes compared to an hour and 20 minutes. So, so that was really nice. But we just got some lunch. We actually went back to the vegan restaurant that we went to before called Teresa's. I don't know, I'm not a vegan person, but it was just really good food. The salads that we had were awesome. It had a good fruit vegetable juice thing.
I think yours was predominantly vegetables.
I think mine was predominantly vegetables. Kelly's was predominantly greens. Yeah?
I have no idea.
Lettuces.
I think so. Yeah, it was mostly kale, I think. But it was good.
Yeah, but it was good. And so then we picked up our Starbucks mug and got Starbucks coffee because, again, we are in Spain, and that's probably the best coffee that we can find. How sad that is. And
of course, they still served it at Starbucks at about 1,000 degrees.
Yeah,
so
I had to give Kelly a warning. So from there, we walked down, and we are now sitting kind of in the harbor area. We were kind of just wandering through. There's some really beautiful yachts here I'll take a few videos of. But as we were strolling through looking at the yachts, one may or may not be on fire.
I think it's just a drill.
It might just be a drill. I think it's just a drill. But it's a $150 million yacht owned by the founder of BlackBerry. It's a nice boat, if you can call it a boat. It's probably a ship. So I think we might go down and just see the water and hang out for a little bit, but somebody over here forgot to put on sunscreen this morning, so any time on the beach will be very short-lived, or I might have to take my sweatshirt off and put it over it.
Great.
So I think other than that, we have just a few other things that we want to get. We want to get some jamón to take home. Maybe a bottle of the Spanish liquor, but I also don't think that we really have room in our bag, so we may skip on that. And then probably just wander around and enjoy our last afternoon before dinner tonight at Viana. well, in camera time, it's just like that. We're already home. So yeah, I'm going to catch up kind of the last night, even though it's hard to believe that was last night. And then today's travel day. Last night we had dinner at Viana, as we, I think, mentioned. It was really good. We ended up with a lot of the same dishes that we got the first time because they were just that good. It was a really good experience. So Viana in Barcelona has an original location and then what they call Gran Viana, which is kind of a secondary location that's like right down the street. Just they needed more space to seat people, but we were in the original restaurant this time compared to the newer one last time. And I think it was an even better experience, to be honest. The pacing of the meal was right. Everything was just done really well. The service, fantastic. Romantic atmosphere. Food prepped slightly differently, but still really good.
I think prepped the same, but it just was like presented differently. Like tasted the same.
Yeah.
Just as good.
So it was really good. Our reservation was at 8:30. I think that we ended up leaving somewhere around 10:30. And then went back to the hotel, which was like a little over a mile, I think. And then by the time we got to like get ready to sleep, it was already 11:30, and we set the alarms for 4:30 in the morning.
Almost by accident, 5:30.
Yeah, almost by accident at 5:30, but 4:30 in the morning was the alarm. So I don't think either one of us slept very well, just for fears of oversleeping that alarm. So I would say sorry for the lack of update, but also, you know, we're just trying to get to sleep. Today's travel day started early, really early. Got to the airport, and I'm glad that we ended up there that early because there was a long line to check in, long line for security. We stopped by the British Lounge for like 20 minutes, enough to get a coffee and then leave. The first flight was Barcelona to London. It was nice. Had good food. It was like a nice little like egg frittata that was served. Other than that, you know, uneventful.
Yeah, it was nice getting to board first.
Yeah.
We were part of group 1 boarding, so it was a new experience and quite nice.
Not having to stick my bags 5 rows back is nice. But then we got to London, had to go through security again. We actually got stamped into London, or I guess the UK, which was interesting. I guess since they left the Eurozone now, you get stamped in when you fly through London. So anyway, we got onto the flight. The seats were really good. Unfortunately, was the old British business class product, which meant that Kelly had to sit backwards.
I wouldn't say unfortunately. It was still really awesome.
I mean, it was still really awesome, but compared to their new product, which is like essentially the equivalent of the first class of the plane that we were on, it is dated. I have to say, I really enjoyed having some leg room to like put my feet out, like being able to actually get some sleep. I don't think that I got too much, but was able to get some sleep on the plane, which was good because 4:30 a.m. Spain time is 10:30 p.m. East Coast time. It's now a little after 7 East Coast time. So 6:30. So we're 4 hours from pulling a 24 straight hours without proper sleep. So both of us are pretty tired. So this will conclude our 2021 trip.